And it's like, but he said it in a way that he wasn't even sure. Yeah. You know, it's like, oh no, I called the shots, I was going to execute, and it's like, you can't have a second receiver calling the shots. It's going to be a hard.
Yeah, it was like Melbourne. And asked all the players who's the positive. Put the positive against them. Cam Parker, the rest of something. You know, really obvious on the side.
And I remember even the year, finally put the running back at half and said he's called the shots. I know you guys
Good afternoon and welcome along to the North Ipswich Reserve for round 20 of the Intrust Super Cup. And of course, today's match, a very important one. It is Team 9 up against Team 8. And of course, we're sitting at 9th. I'd like to welcome our caller this afternoon, Mark Bishop. How you going, Bishop?
Hey, good, Jacko. Thanks,
well
mate.
done. Of course, great day here, nice and sunny, a bit cool in the wind, and that wind is sort of zipping around pretty quickly, so it will make it very interesting. So once again, we'd like to welcome you to the home game. And of course, thanks for joining us. The Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets, as I said, Bishop, sitting on 9th. We need to get to that 8th, but is our season over, or have we still got a bit of hope?
No, mate, we're our season is in our hands.
Yep.
We just need to keep winning. And Redcliffe are doing the same thing. They keep winning. East are losing. Mackay's up there. Tweed are one that's in front of us as well. So effectively, it's in our hands. We need to keep winning and then hope results fall our way. But we can't worry about the other results if we don't get our results.
That's exactly right. We've got to make it count on the day.
Yeah, we've got to do the old cliche, mate, where we just go week to week and make sure that every week we win, and then look at the table on Sunday night and see how we're going.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a hard battle, but nevertheless, look, home team, or home ground, I should say. So hopefully we can do things this afternoon. Yep. Of course, you are watching the game live here on Phoenix Media's YouTube page, or you can listen live on 11:97 AM. And we do thank everyone for listening there, and of course on Phoenix Radio via the TuneIn app. And make sure you like us and subscribe to Phoenix Media's YouTube page, where you get lots of vision from today and lots of other events that these guys do. And, of course, our Phoenix Media Hub is powered by USQ, the University of Southern Queensland. We'll quickly run through these teams. There's some interesting changes. Do you want to run through home team first?
Yes, mate, for sure. So, number 1 with Michael Purcell, 2 Marmon Barber, 3 Richie Pandia. Into the centres in jersey 21 after a long extended break is Namani Valakapa, the flying Fijian. Well, he's probably a forklift now. He's put a little bit on, but other than that, he should be right. Rogan Dean, number 5 in the halves. 6, Joshy Cleland. 7, Julian Christian. Number 8, Blake Lenahan. 15 at hooker will be Kieran Mosley. 10, the captain, Nat Neal. In the second row is 19, Mitchie Carpenter. And 12, Benny White. And locking the scrum is Benny Shea. Coming off the bench will be 11, Josh Siege, 14, Jaden Connors, 16, the 100-gamer for the Jets, joining an elite club. I think there's only 15 boys, and that is Husky Tautai. So congrats to Husky and all his family. And number 20 is a comeback from injury as well, Billy McConaughey. So Jets all but full strength now.
Well, we've got a couple of minutes before we go through the Tweed Heads team. Let's talk about Husky. He came to the side, I was reading a bit of a history. He came to the side overweight, unfit, but had that drive to play.
Yeah, he turned up. He won the Player of the Year for Player of the Year in the Ipswich Rugby League, playing at a Fassifern. Having one run every set of 6 and virtually scoring a try and just doing tackles when somebody come near him. He didn't really move too far, mainly because he was about 110, 115 kegs. So he turned up at the Jets, and back then we used to have 3 groups.
Yeah.
And one was a fitness group, and if you weren't an invited player, you stayed in the fitness to see how tough you were mentally. And Husky did those sessions about 5 weeks straight. He did 3 sets of 20 minutes, 3 nights a week.
Wow.
And just went, well, hold on, this bloke's got a bit of drive. And he dropped about 10 or 12 kilos in about 5 weeks. So he said, threw him in. And as soon as he went in, he, stepping, passing, dummying, through holes. And that's the story. And he's the bloke we use all the time about really having that drive to play and want to succeed, and that's what Husky's all about. So.
Well, he even made it into the 2015 Intrust Super Cup Grand Final, our winning one.
Yeah.
And I think he actually went to Sydney as well.
Yes, he did. He was coming off the bench, and Kurt Capel got hurt early in the Grand Final, and Husky ended up playing 50-odd minutes that day when he was used to probably only playing about 30 either side of half-time as well with that break. So well done, and he's the shining example of coming virtually out of the fat club into NRL and National League champion. So he's a credit to everyone, and he's a story we tell all the time.
Yeah.
We tell the story all the time.
Yeah, and it's well worth worth talking about. Let's go through the Tweed Seagulls team. Of course, in jersey number 1 is Lyndon McGrady. Number 2 is Taylor Walters. Number 3 is Lee Turner. Number 4, Trayman Spry. Number 5 is Ryland Jacobs. Number 6, Jerd. Now, this gets a bit messy with my writing. In jersey number 7, Ash Taylor.
Yeah.
Makes a bit of a game for himself. He went through a bit of a soul-searching period.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a trouble. And then, he went back to the Titans, and the Titans said, oh, well, you're not ready for NRL. So they've sent him back to the local stuff, and we'll just see how he goes. Hopefully his head's in the right space anyway and lets his footy do the talking so he can enjoy himself in a bit less pressure.
Now, also, we've got Jordan Morfitt in position, or I should say in jersey number 8. We've got in jersey number 9, we've got Christian Hazard, who moves out of the 7th position for Ash Taylor. In jersey number 11, we've got, 10, we've got John Pallavi. Number 11, Leo Lavavi. And I've been told that's how you say it.
Yep.
By Darren Lingard, so got a good one, Daz.
I think he might have stitched you up too, Jacko. So
yeah, he's probably just trying to stitch me up. Number 12 was Ione Siuli. Number 13 is Kirk Murphy. And on the bench, we've got number 15 is Kalani Going. Number 18, Cody Parsons. Number 21 is Brent Wolf. And, I've got somebody else.
Kirk Murphy we might have missed.
Yeah, that's right, Kirk Murphy, who was in
16.
13. He's actually coming off the bench in jersey number 16. A few players here to watch in this match. Number 1, Lyndon McGrady. The fullbacks can always do a lot of damage if they're given the space.
Yeah, he's a real Michael Purcell lookalike, Lyndon. And actually, I think we had one of his cousins here in 15 and he got injured. McGrady's are a fantastic bush country name for footy anyway. Of course, the famous Ewan McGrady won the Rothmans medal for the Bulldogs back in 94, 84 back then. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ewan's still playing, running around the bush at 50 plus at the moment. But McGrady's is a fantastic footy name. Of course, Tremaine Spry in the centres I'm thinking he's a Goodna junior. I'm nearly sure he played Melbourne here back 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah.
When I saw it, I thought, well,
yeah. And then, of course, Christian Hazard played at Redcliffe last year, I think, in their grand final side as well, And then a lot of those, the forwards are right on the cusp for Gold Coast selection as well. And, of course, you got Ash Taylor. So, depending on Ash's state, a player of his calibre could pull anything out of the hat today. So,
well, do you think he will, or do you think he's just going to take it slow to come back in?
It's a tough one, mate. It just because you don't know where he's at. It's not. It's just a step down. It's not any less intense footy. So hopefully Ash can just get into the game and just enjoy himself. Not too much from the Jets' point of view, but for his own personal point of view, just get back and fall in love with the game as well, and maybe push those little demons or everything out of his head and just enjoy the game of footy and then let it roll through. Maybe it might be a case where, he doesn't play footy at all and goes back out home and goes shooting and goes hunting and goes fishing and, hangs out with his mates and then sort of realise try and maybe work out his problems or maybe say, well, if I don't go back and play footy, this is what I've got to do. I've got to become a mechanic or I do this or I do that, or I go back and, try and get myself right and go back and do the one job I truly enjoy. So I just wish him all the best and hopefully he sorts everything out for himself.
Yeah. Now, looking at the last 9 games that we've been up against the Tweed Head, we've won 8 of them. So I suppose the ball is in our favour to get that victory, but there's still a long way to go.
Yeah, mate. A lot of the stats like that is sort of fish and chip paper. Like it's all right, last week when I walked across the road, I didn't get hit by the car. This week I walked across and the bloody car cleaned me up. It doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter what you've done in history.
I know.
It's all what's going to happen now.
It's got a hinge in the back of their mind, and even considering the last 5 games, we've only won 2, but they've only won 1. So,
and they're, they've become the hunted. Where they've got to sort of look around and see what's happening, where we've got the one focus is we have to win. And I suppose Tweed are close enough to the same as well, but they can, maybe in the back of their mind, they can say, no, look, we can maybe drop another one, maybe drop two, and we'll still be safe. Whereas Jets' state of mind is we have to win. So it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, Jacko. It's a mental game, and they always say that footy is a real mental game. So you've got to turn up on the day and put your effort in, and then at the end of the 80, turn around and have a look at it and go, well, that was enough or that wasn't enough,
Yeah. Well, including today being round 20, we've only got 4 games left after today.
Yeah.
Is that
3?
3. Yeah, sorry, 3. We've got 2 home games and we're off to Sunny Coast.
Yep.
This season has been interesting, hasn't it?
It has.
Look at all the teams that started off. East started so well. And, even Sunny Coast started excellent as well.
And Sunny Coast is still going excellent. East
Yeah,
fallen in a hole.
did.
Redcliffe were ridiculous. Redcliffe, I think, won one of their first 8. Now they're the form team in the comp. They put 40 odd on to 0 yesterday on to East, and East are running 6th, and Redcliffe are now in the 8. So it has been a funny old season, but it's a top 8, so I think it spreads it out a bit more as well. So you've got those guys up the top. There's a few teams. I think the top 4 are all safe. Yeah. Maybe top 6 are all safe, or top 5 are all safe, but then you sort of drop off from there where there's still us. There's still, I think Mackay might be just out, so it might only be us, Redcliffe, East, Tweed, that can all change around. Any 4 of those can make it. Any one of those, 2 of those 4 can miss out. So.
Well, once again, we do thank you for joining us live from North Ipswich Reserve. Both teams are on the ground, and very shortly the whistle will blow for time on, so you can watch the full game live at Phoenix Media's YouTube page. We do thank you. Or you can listen live on 11:97 AM. Or on Phoenix Radio via the TuneIn app. So we do welcome all our viewers and all our listeners, and if you are watching for a special reason, we hope it's a good one for you, and we've got quite a few great players to watch this afternoon. Of course, even better, you've got a great Savage Pest Control Jets team to watch. So referee's just checking.
Of course, Ipswich, I think the wind might well be behind Ipswich in the first half, Jack, coming off the beautiful Bremer River end.
So is that the river breeze?
Yeah, what do they call it? The
doctor?
The
river doctor?
The Bremer doctor.
The Bremer doctor.
I watched in the earlier Colts game, it seemed to be kicking towards that river end. The ball really hung up in the air. So as we say that, Percy's kicked the ball, get a bounce, and he's kicked it virtually backwards. So that just changes what we just said about the wind. He's kicked it up and the wind didn't take it anywhere. It actually spun back into the wind. So not a good start for Ipswich. Penalty to Tweed right on halfway. So, well,
it's probably not the start they wanted. And I suppose for his fourth last match, Ben will be saying, no.
And for all those sceptics, this is how the Broncos started against Melbourne as well. So we want to hope that
actually, I heard a good story
out.
about that. We'll talk about that a little later.
Right. As the big front rowers for Tweed start to bash the ball up, looks like Jared Morfitt there tackled about 30 out from the Ipswich line on tackle 2. So as the John Pallavi hits the ball up and gets tackled. As it goes out wide to the second rower in Lamar Lalavea. He plays the ball. Tackle 4 for Tweed. Away they go back to the lock. Number 13, Jack Cook. So last tackle for Tweed. Dummy half Christian Hazard takes it himself and gets tackled just shy of the Ipswich line. So not a bad defensive set there to start, Jacko.
Yeah, he was pretty close to that line. I'm going to say good work by the Jets defence to keep him out.
Blake Lanahan has his first touch for the day. Trunnels it up just short of the 10 metres for the Jets. Mosley with the pass goes across. Benny White. And it's a knock on Ipswich. So not the start they're looking for. That's 2 mistakes with 2 touches of the ball, Jacko.
Definitely not the start we wanted. And early nerves in this game, don't know. I'm going to say it's nice and windy, so it's not as if the ball's, it's very new in the game, so it's not as if it's sweaty or slippery or anything. So it's hard to sort of say what. Just maybe not watching it's hard to see up here, but probably not watching the ball.
Well, it looked like Mosley was trying to hit Julian Christian with the ball, and Benny White didn't hear the call, and he jumped in the middle, and the pass was way too hard for Benny White to control. And Right, again, so Tweed feed, 10 metres out from the Ipswich line. They go to the left. It's called it back. Referees spend their whole life trying to get the scrums right.
I was about to say another edition of referees organising scrums 101.
As they come the short side this time. In Ryland Jacobs, he gets tackled 5 metres short of the Ipswich line. Villacapa in there. They go to the left. Pallavi. He gets tackled. They come short side. Hazard again out of dummy half. It's like he's held up over the line. And he is. They'll go back.
So
It looks like that might be Casey Badger out there refereeing as well, Jacko. I didn't notice. We got the 2 referees today, so have to find out who the referees are today. But
yeah, we'll have to have a look.
Tweed with the ball. Backwards from John Pallavi. He gets tackled right in front of the Jets post. 13 out. Bit of a muck around to play the ball. They go to the left. Out to Taylor. Taylor comes back to blindside. It's to Lyndon McGrady. He passes it out. That's Tremaine Spry, the Ipswich local. So last tackle for Tweed. McGrady. It's Taylor. Taylor with the short grubbing kick. Goes through Joshy Cleland, cleans it up. So that'll be a dropout Ipswich Jets, Jacko.
Yeah, the Jets are going to have to work hard here. They've been held down on this line for the first couple of minutes of play, so they've really got to work hard in defence. And, great work. Ash Taylor's, look at what Ash is doing. He's coming to this game with a mission, and he's on the. I was watching at the back of the back of the play. He's definitely moving his players around.
There's a massive drop out there from Michael Purcell. Goes 65 on the fly, so he certainly used the wind to his advantage. Ipswich chase it hard and make the tackle right on the halfway line. So it was a good kick and chase there from Ipswich. So Tweed to start out on the halfway line. Get up. Looks like Lee Turner.
I think
penalty against Ipswich inside the 10. That's a lazy penalty.
Yeah, very lazy. Just going back to that kick, the first kick they did, tried a short one, and it didn't work. They've tried the long one, it worked. So, but that wind is obviously playing havoc with them.
You've got to use it.
You've got to use it.
Can be dangerous kicking from halfway as well because it could take it all the way through. So here we go. Tweed start out on the 20. The big number 8 there in Morfitt. Still can't get him to the ground. Eventually they do. Benny Shea underneath. They come to the left. It's like Pallavi. He gets tackled right in front of the goalpost, 5 metres short of the line. So Tweed trying to conjure up something. They come to the left. Taylor. McGrady. Grady. Knocked down. Knocked down Ipswich. Was unlucky there. I think that was Mitch Carpenter got his hand in the way and couldn't quite control the intercept, Jacko.
No. The old rule, if you're going to go for the intercept, you've got to catch it.
We have a rule at the Jets, which I'm not going to mention. But
oh, okay. Does it something about no intercepts?
No. I'm just not going to say it.
Okay.
And if you're not going to say it, you shouldn't mention it, should you?
Exactly.
Right. So I'll remember that. I'll remember that golden
right
rule.
Along. I'm impressed with Ash Taylor. I think he's working well this afternoon.
So Tweed with the scrum, 10 metres from the Jets line. They go the open side. Taylor drops Lamar Lalavia under, standing out of the scrum. The centre of the field. The big front rower in Morfitt. He gets tackled. 3-man tackle. Jets can't put him on the ground. That's the second or third time they'll be able to put him on the ground. Hazard. It's across the front row. Is running. Taylor gets the ball wide. Out to Luke Jerd. Looks like he's tackled about 2 metres short of line. So, and Ipswich give away a penalty as well, holding the leg in the tackle. Gee, they just seem to let Tweed get so far, and Ipswich discipline's letting them down so far, Jacko.
It's bad discipline when you're going to give away penalties like that. Silly little penalties when all you do is let him go and let him play the ball.
As Tweed now get tackled right in front of the goalpost once again, so they set up either side. They come to the left. Big Morfitt again. Can the Jets get him on the ground? This time they do. Slow the play down. He gets up, quick play the ball. Has a dummy half. They've thrown it. Is that touched by Ipswich? They've kicked the ball through. Rogan Dean back there. He knocks it dead. So another dropout for Ipswich, Jacko.
So the game's been going for quite a few minutes, and it's all been in the red zone, basically.
Yeah, well, I think the only time the Jets have been in the other half was from that massive dropout. So, and even then they made the tackle on halfway, and that's about the only time they ventured into Tweed's half. So, Purcell, well, Tweed are ready for the long dropout this time. So Purcell again hits it, doesn't hit it as well this time. Gets about 45 on the fly with a little bit of a bounce. The winger out there in Taylor Walters has to stop it with his foot. He offloads. Looks like Salui out there. He gets tackled. Up and play the ball. John Pallavi, another hit up. Benny White down low, still trying to get him to the ground. Help him, Mitchie Carpenter. Has a dummy half. Hits Taylor. Taylor with the short ball. To Lamar Lalavia. You get a quick play the ball. Hazard's off from dummy half. Draws another penalty. Well, the penalties are starting to get ridiculous. That's 4 absolutely warranted penalties as well, Jacko. So what will Tweed do here? They're happy to keep going. 2 points on the offing.
And you're right.
They're going to keep attacking.
Casey Badger with the whistle.
It is Casey Badger. There you go. There's another first for the Jets as well. As Tweed, they back in. Lamar Lalavia backs into the line and pulled up a metre short. Taylor. Taylor hits Morfitt. Morfitt once again standing in the tackle. Takes 3-4 Jets. They can't get him on the ground. Great work from the big man. Hazard. Taylor. Taylor at the back, McGrady. Knocked down again, Ipswich. Touched again, so feed again for Tweed. Done some tackling, Ipswich, but at this stage they've managed to hold their line, Jacko.
Yeah, look, their defence is strong at the moment, but, you know, with the attack of Tweed, is it going to crack? Because it's just been relentless, and some of that, you know, through silly little penalties that the boys have got to start saying, well, hang on, let's, you know, we've got to watch this penalty count, because at the moment it's all one way.
The big thing with Tweed, though, Jacko, their attack has been same. They haven't changed anything. They've just tried to do the same thing, and Ipswich have been good enough to hold them out. Tweed feed the scrum, 10 out. Taylor in the middle of the field. He goes himself. Hazard runs, come back to the line. Is that Hazard? Christian Hazard with the ball. He gets tackled 3 metres short of the Ipswich line. So Jack Cook the dummy half. John Pallavi tackled. Taylor gets it out the back there to Lee Turner. Turner gets through, scores a try. Not real good defence there from the Jets, Jacko. They cracked just after we said they'd been good.
I just want to go back. Taylor's doing everything right this afternoon, and he picked it that there was going to be that gap was going to open, and put him straight through. So great work from Tweed. You know, they've been relentless in their attack on that bottom end, and you know,
they haven't
got out of the red zone.
They had to make it count, though. Tweed didn't they? They've had seven or eight different sets at them. You know, it's probably, you know, Ipswich have probably made 60 or 70 tackles to Tweed's 1.
Yeah.
I think Ipswich had the ball once and dropped it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so they haven't had any footy. So they had to make all that possession count, and that's, you know, 10 minutes into the half, all the possession down the one end that they had to make them score. They had to score.
But great work from quite a few of their players. Pallavi, they've done such a great job. But yeah, I'm impressed with Ash Taylor. I think he's going to be the danger man this afternoon, because he's basically reading the play, and you can see him. He's out there marshalling his troops, and that's what you need in that number 7 position. He does it so well.
As Lyndon McGrady lines up the kick into the wind. And touches move in, and he's potted it straight over. So the score, about 12 minutes into the half, is Tweed 6, the Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets 0. What will the kickoff bring here, Jacko? What are we tipping?
Got to be long, I'd say. We'll soon find out as soon as he puts that ball down. I was watching the early ones. They were even struggling trying to get that ball to sit on the tee.
He's going long here.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't go too long, Jacko. Kicks it low, Michael Purcell. So the ball deep for Tweed. So can Ipswich try and get a mistake out of Tweed down in their own end as Pallavi hits it up. Tackled well there by Lenihan and Ben Shea. Oh, Tweed put it through the hands. Knock on. Knock on. So here's Ipswich's chance.
This is what we need.
Ipswich's chance. They get the scrum feed about 18 metres out from the Tweed line. First time they get to touch the ball. First meaningful set. We'll see what they can throw up.
So this will be interesting because the Jets do have a lot of players that can do things. Joshy Cleland, Julian Christian. There's quite a few in there that can pull the basic rabbit out of a hat, and especially this close.
I'll tip a Rogan Dean hit up off the scrum. And he does. See how many times that tip comes through, Jacko.
You've got inside information.
No, I haven't, mate. That was just a good read of the play. Mosley. Carpenter. Carpenter still going Carpenter, trying to get those arms free. Tweed struggle to bring him down. Once again, they can't. Neither side can put the big man on the ground as Mosley at dummy half. Out to Cleland. Cleland looking for runners. Drops Nat Neal back in underneath. Still going Neal.
He does
hits
that,
and spins.
Does that hit and spin?
Mosley dummy half. Looking for a short runner. Hits Blake Lenihan. Blake trying to get the arms free. Not quite. So Ipswich just happy to try and get in around the ruck. Mosley again. Christian. Carpenter hits him. Taylor gets him right as he gets the ball. So good work. It's the last tackle Ipswich. They haven't done too much with the ball today. Mosley. Out to Christian with the kick. And a chase from Purcell and Tweed wrap it up. And Ipswich managed to keep them in goal. So
tide has turned for now. So let's hope the Jets will get the ball back and can really make benefit of this. And the good thing about this is Tweed will be kicking into the wind, so they won't have the length on it. Touch wood.
Well, it could be the one where they pop it up short and let the wind try and do a bit of work as well. So see what they come up with. Jacko is Ash Taylor with the ball. Pumps it long and gets good purchase on it too. That's another 50-metre drop out into the wind. So
into the wind.
He's hit it extremely
it was holding
well.
Up near the end, though.
Purcell, Christian is looking for holes, and he gets tackled about 32 metres from the Tweed line. Carpenter dummy half. Velikapa. That's Nem's first touch. Goes across the field. He hasn't lost it. Nem, he drips it out. That's Nat Neal. Still going Nat Neal's got the arm free. Can't quite make it. They bring him down 3 metres short of the line. Mosley in the dummy half. Spins it wide. Hits Cleland. Cleland looking for runners. Under runners. Christian. Quick hands. Carpenter. Great work to catch that. Still going Carpenter. Drips it off. Marmon Barber.
Yes, Marmon's in.
Try Jets.
Oh, that was great work. It all started back on the around the 25-metre, 30-metre mark with Nem Velikapa, who just grabbed it for his first touch of the afternoon. Just spiraled across that to that eastern side of the ground. I had to work out where I was, the eastern side of the ground, and he made some good metres and made a few metres forward, and that sort of helped, and then pushed it on to Nat, and Nat did some great work, and then finished off on this left-hand side with great work and a great try from Marmon Barber. Marmon still isn't there, is he? He's not 100.
He's not quite. He's probably about 98%.
I'm thinking, I was going between 97, 98, but he's getting there, and that just showed, Yeah,
he pinned him back. That was great work from Mitchy Carpenter to be able to hang on to that ball because it wasn't the best pass. And then Benny White went under him, and that dragged a little bit of defence. And then Mitch was able to hit Marmon right on the chest. And that's been, the Marmon of old could catch them behind his legs or down under his knees or up over his head. But this year, if they haven't sort of hit him right in the spot, the ball's hit the ground. But that was great work. Marmon caught the ball and then out-sprinted him and big dive in the corner and puts it down. So it was great work. That's, the first real chance Ipswich had in the Tweed half. And they've made points, whereas Tweed had probably 10 sets to get their points. So as Marmon lines it up, trying to work out the wind, he'll probably have to go at the right-hand post.
Unfortunately, we don't have the benefit of a replay, but when Benny Mitchie got given that ball.
As Marmon puts it straight over the top. That's a fantastic
just going back to
kick.
when Mitchie Carpenter grabbed that ball, and a player actually came up from Tweed. I can't, it was one of them, but opened up a massive gap. But Mitch still came out, and I thought, this is interesting. And it's the old thing in defence, you don't come out of a line, and it just, no one was marking Marb, and that was it. It was all over. And
that's that little bit of Jets sideways play that always has the defence thinking about what's happening, Jacko. So it's a good take there from Purcell. He hits Rogan Dean for a hit up, and Rose gets tackled about 10 metres out from the Ipswich line. Mosley, dummy half. Christian drops Carpenter under. Still going, pumping those legs, the big Pittsworth man. They managed to put him to the ground. He gets tackled. He's about 18 metres out from the Jets line. Mosley, Benny Shea. Hello, Mrs. Shea, watching down there in Canberra. That'll be nice and warm down there, just outside of Canberra, Jacko.
Oh, didn't it snow
probably out
last
playing
night?
Mrs. Shea's probably out playing in the snow.
She's probably got the shovel and
she
on
would
the
have been,
driveway.
but now she'd be inside watching the live stream and listening to our dulcet tones as Christian. Valakapa again. He's well wrapped up this time by Ash Taylor with the help of Tremaine Spry. So Barber, Christian, Benny White. Benny White goes across the field looking for runners. Still going Benny White using that big palm. Nat Neal. Nat comes back. Still going Christian. Christian with the ball now. Jets just going side to side, trying to get somebody from Tweed to bite. Benny White gets the ball back. He gets tackled on halfway. Last tackle, Ipswich. Mosley, dummy half. Clearland. Clearland pumps it high. Chasing well is Parcell. The ball's just going to beat him. Well taken there by Lyndon McGrady. He takes off. Purcell manages to get him and they tackle him 25 metres from the Tweed line. Good set from Ipswich. See, they come now. The back three try to work it out for Tweed. That looks like Taylor Walters with the ball. He gets tackled. They come again. Out to Ryland Jacobs. He gives the forwards a bit of a break and takes a hit up. He's nearly at halfway, so that's a good 2 tackles from the wingers. Get the ball out that far. We go again. That's the 13 and Jack Cook. He gets tackled. He's on the 40, so 3 tackles and Tweed have gone 30 metres. So Ipswich need to fix that defence. As a big number 10, John Pallavi, he rucks it up. He gets tackled 25 metres out. Last tackle, Tweed. What do they look to here? Taylor has the ball. What sort of kick? Just puts a little chippy one over the top. Rogan Dean swallows that and then gets engulfed. And penalty Ipswich off high tackle.
Hang on, we got a penalty?
We got a penalty, high tackle.
We got a penalty.
Well, we haven't had
They'll
the ball.
be dancing in the streets.
We haven't had the ball, Jacko. That's
No,
why
I know,
we haven't
that's
had a
the
penalty.
problem.
So, but a good reliever there for Ipswich as Purcell pumps it long. So Ipswich will resume about 30 metres out from their own line here, Jacko.
Look, just this year, the completion rates have been 68 and 69 in favour of Tweed. So very even, which means this afternoon's going to be a real match, a seesawing game.
Which is even and probably low as well, Jacko.
Yeah.
If you're one that's looking at stats, you probably want to go higher. As Jets go left side, Purcell with the ball. It's good interchange of pass there from Clearland. Mosley started it out to Clearland, out to Purcell. He just couldn't quite get the ball to an unmarked Dean. As we go, Nat Neal.
He's such a workhorse.
Good offload. Benny Shea with the ball again. He runs across field looking for runners, but he's well wrapped up around the ball there by Jack Cook. So Ipswich, what can they throw up? Mosley, dummies left. Goes back to the right. Still going Mosley. Josh Clearland now with the ball. Josh looking for runners. Blake Lanahan, he goes back across. He's looking for runners as well. Straightens up and gets tackled out there well by Lee Turner. Come again, Ipswich. Mosley. What's Kieran got? Kieran just looking for runners. Gets across the field. It's Namani Valakapa. Valakapa, the inside ball. Here goes Marvin Barber again. Steps inside. Goes in under the post. That's a great try, Ipswich.
That is
Valakapa
fantastic
again.
work. That was a good team effort, that one. There's no one in particular has played out, but they all had a pivotal role in that, in moving that ball. Mosley came across, and I suppose he was towards the end there, and slipped it across to Valakapa, and then just slipped it in on the inside into Marmon, and that's it.
That's the old firm.
Yeah.
Valakapa to Barber. Back in 15.
Yeah, I was
they
going to
both
say.
scored 20 million tries each.
20 million, mate.
Well,
Come
it
on.
was 25
19.5.
and 28 or something each they scored that year.
Yeah, I know.
But that was great work. Mosley just come across, got the ball to Nem in space. Nem went up, drew the centre, drew the winger.
Yeah.
a nice little flick back to Marmon. Marmon used some footwork, step left, or step right, step right through the hole and made it easy for the kicker who is himself.
It's just a shame we don't have instant replay, but I'm sure it's something the US key guys are working on.
Got to use the instant memory, Jacko.
The instant memory.
I can't remember what I had for breakfast this morning, so I struggle when something like that happens.
Actually, I was going to say before, I happened to be shopping the other day in Coles, because I was after those little shop things. For the grandkids.
Yep.
And mate Nat was in there, mate, trolley full of Wheat Bix, so he's obviously eating his 10 Wheat Bix a morning.
And hello to Mr. and Mrs. Neal as well. Now, I was talking to Nat's dad when he was over, and they're from a little place called... I hope I get this right.
It's not going to...
Weepu.
Okay.
Weepu. Sure, I think that's right. If
and we're talking about New Zealand, aren't we?
Yeah,
not
in
Weepu.
New Zealand. Yeah, no. Weepu. I sure will get a note if I've said it wrong. Is where they usually watch from. But when I was talking to Nat before the game, they're actually in Queenstown on a bit of a holiday and a bit of a look around. So they'll be, wherever they are in New Zealand, they'll be bitterly cold anyway. But hello to the Neals.
That try was converted successfully. So the score now goes 12-6 with the favour of the Jets with 16.5 left on the clock in this half.
So deep kick-off again from Tweed. Rogan Josh hits it up. Hello to Rogues' family as well from Mackay. So they'll be watching for sure. They were down a couple of weeks ago, but Rogan tells me that everybody watches the live stream. So Mitchie Carpenter, the king of Pittsworth, he is Mitchie Carpenter.
The king of Pittsworth.
Yeah, self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed.
Yes, well and truly. Benny
so
White.
He'll get the key to the city when he goes back.
Something like that, yeah. The Benny White tackle. Good quick play the ball. Kieran Mosley out of dummy half. Looking for runners. Long ball, long ball.
Long pass.
It's Richie Pandia. Pandia looking for a hole. He gets tackled on about the 40. Big number 11, Lamar Lalavea gets hold of him. They smash him down. Cleveland dummy half. Nat Neal. He takes a hit up. He's tackled right in the middle of the field, Nat. Last tackle for Ipswich. Mosley. Cleveland. Pumps it high. Lets the wind do the work. Chasing here from Purcell. And as the winger over there, Taylor Walters, catches a ball, he gets smashed. So not a bad set there from the Jets, Jacko.
No, that was a good. It'll put their completion rate percentage up, and that's what you want. You're just got to make everything count that you can. Every time you get that ball, you've got to make it count.
It's Tweed now work on bringing the ball out. So a good run here by Tweed. They get themselves up to the halfway. Look for a little flick there. It looked like Lee Turner, but he just couldn't quite get it away. As we go again, Saluli. Hopefully I got that one right. I'm sorry to his family if I didn't, but number 12, Owain. All right, Taylor. Taylor with a bomb, looking for the wind to do some work, and it is. Rogan Josh into the wind, swallows it again. Or Rogan Josh. Where did I get that one from, Jacko?
Indian restaurant.
I know what I'm having for dinner tonight anyway.
I know what you are too.
Rogan Josh
and
tonight.
Mate, now I'm thinking of the same thing.
Indian for everyone.
Mate, I wouldn't say that. I know where you live.
I'm not cooking it.
Oh.
As we swing the ball out, Marmon Barber now. Ooh, a little bit high from Tremaine Spry, but referee was happy to let it go. Velakapa from dummy half. Just trunnels it up. Spry again in there trying to make a tackle with the help of the number 12, Saluli. Mosley. Benny Shea. Still going Shea. It's 3 to get him down. They still haven't got him on the ground. Now he hits the ground. So tackle 5, Ipswich. Josh Cleland. Cleland goes long. Straight to Taylor. Over Taylor Walters' head. Gets a bounce.
Oh, he's knocked on.
Yes, it's gone out as well. Wow. He was on. I think he might have got a call then, Taylor Walters, to say it was going to go out in the full, so he left it and then got a terrible bounce and then I think he might have taken his eyes off it, and being tackle 5, it's a changeover, Jacko. Yeah. So Ipswich on the attack again.
I've got to commend the referees. All that was a bit one-sided at the start. They've been really good, and I think Casey's doing a good job with her game this afternoon, and will only help her improve to get in the NRL.
So Nat Neal plays the ball. Mosley getting across, looking for runners. Hits Julian Christian. Balake Lanahan. He gets tackled 5 metres from the line. So Ipswich just looking for holes, trying to find something. Mosley again. Still going Mosley. Clearland. Christian. Nat Neal. Nat straightens the attack up. Still pumping the legs, Nat. Still going Nat. Still going Nat. Jay just getting 1 metre from the line. Mosley dummy half. Clearland. Clearland has a run himself. Gets the ball out. Unlucky. Just goes over Brogan Dean's head and goes into touch. So that'll be scrum feed Tweed. That was unlucky, Jacko. That was a good set from Ipswich.
Well, it was a great set. And just to show that they can get to that line. And they put Tweed under the pressure. And look, you know, Tweed held up there. But that was a simple mistake from just a ball that went too far and too high.
It was one of those ones, Jacko, that if it hits Rogan in the chest, so he scores. So the pass was well and truly worth it. It just wasn't not quite on the mark. So
well, if Rogan's got it, mate, he's hot, so he would have got it. Yeah. Like the Rogan Josh.
Yeah. So Tweed now at the ball, working out off their own line. They get tackled there on the 10 metres just after the scrum. So here they come. Here's their backs working out again. Lee Turner takes a hit up. He's been strong for Tweed as Julian Christian struggles to get him on the ground. As he's come off the mark, so he needs to go back and play the ball. He takes half a step and they say, yeah, that's good. Go again. Palave with a hit up. He's well tackled by Benny White. Made a couple of changes now for Tweed, so it looks like that might be Stuart Mason on the field, as well as Brent Wolfe coming on. So Tweed making some inroads in the middle. Good tackle there from Kieran Mosley. Taylor with the short kick. Good chase from Tweed. Ball bobbing around. Still going. Still Tweed's ball. Still going Tweed, and they're going to score. They score in the corner.
Sort of hard to... Yeah, you don't come near me. You're not going to get the replay on that one.
No.
But I think it was number 6.
Yeah, it could have been Luke Jerd or Christian Hazard. I'm not quite sure. It was in the far corner. So nice work from Tweed. That was a little sneaky kick from Ash Taylor. Just managed to get through the line and the ball bobbed around and nobody could get a hand on it. And eventually...
And looks like Josh Siege and Billy McConaughey coming on now.
And looks like, and of course, Tweed have made some changes as well with both their starting front rowers and Jared Morfitt and John Pallavi coming off. So
yeah, it
we'll
looks
get
like
some changes for them.
Mitchie
as
Carpenter.
well, but
I can't see
Mitchie Carpenter's coming off,
and
Blake Lenihan's off as well. So Joshy Siege and Billy McConaughey make their way onto the field for Ipswich, but they'll be disappointed with that try. Jacko, it virtually come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did.
Tweed had the scrum feed 10 metres from their own line and managed to get the ball from a kick.
Yeah.
10 metres from Ipswich's line. So. So we'll see. So McGrady now lining the kick up from the far side of the field. He's got the wind to compete with, but last one he hit nice and sweet, Jacko. So he's full of confidence. I don't think the wind or anything will be worrying him.
He's putting a lot of attention on that ball.
It's hit it well. It's just gone to the right of the post. So with just under 9 minutes to go, the Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets 12, Tweed Heads 10.
Once again, we do welcome you to the home game here this afternoon from the North Ipswich Reserve. The Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets taking on Tweed Heads. Seagulls, of course, you are watching it live on Phoenix Media's YouTube page, or you can listen live on 11:97 a.m. and also on Phoenix Radio via the TuneIn app.
All right, there's a kick-off there from Michael Purcell, and Stuart Mason takes a hit up. So he's one of the new ones on the field. So it looks like Brent Wolfe as well has been tackled. So Tweed with a bit of a skip in their step here is Lola Villa. He gets tackled on the 40. So tackle 3, they've done well again, Tweed, to get themselves out of their own line as Jack Cook takes a hit up. He gets tackled 10. Just on halfway, tackle 4. So a good return set here from Tweed as they spin it wide. Siulu
makes 20 metres.
He gets tackled as he gets banged into the ground, and then They're going to penalise Jaden Connors here for stripping the ball. It's probably a penalty that could have gone either way, but as we got an injury as well, so Owaini C. Ulu is on the ground, but I think that was he banged his head on the ground and from the tackle.
Yeah.
So hopefully everything is okay, but I think that was what actually made the ball come loose, but, you know, the referees had a different opinion.
Well, they're there. They see things differently to what we see, so...
Oh, we probably got a green eye and a white eye as well, Jacko, so that does make a difference as well, but...
Yeah.
So he's sitting up anyway, that's a good sign, but I dare say there'll be a bit of a HIA involved here.
Got to thank the crew from USQ. Of course, Phoenix Media Hub is powered by USQ, the University of Southern Queensland. And once again, we do have to do a big thank you to the USQ crew this afternoon. They brought them in with a bus. There's that many of them, and a semi-load full of gear. They've got that much gear.
Wow.
So
should be a good bus trip home then. Is it usually like a football trip? There should be an esky in there somewhere for the way home.
No, I don't think
That's
so.
for sure.
No,
that's
they do such a great job. Orange juice. Oh, he's telling me he's put
orange juice.
Orange juice, yeah.
With the vodka hip flask on the side, I'd say, Jacko. That's how that works. As Sielu, he's going to leave the field for a HIA. For sure. So hopefully he's walking off under his own steam, but
he's probably got a headache.
Yeah, and usually the way it works when you have a head injury like that, it's usually the end of the day. But we'll see what happens as Cody Parsons comes on the field and Tweed play on from the penalty as Stuart Mason has another hit up. So their reserves getting involved well and truly as Wolf, he offloads to the new man on the field in Parsons. And he's tackled 20 metres from the Ipswich line by Benny Shea. They go again. Wolf dummy half. Cook, Taylor, spinning it wide. Turner's well tackled over there by Richie Pandia down low with the help of Josh Clearland. No, Tweed. Cook. Still going Cook. Taylor with the ball. McGrady. Spry trying to get on the outside. Well tackled Jaden Connors. Benny White in over the top to slow it all down. McGrady dummy half. He gets a pass out. Taylor going across looking for runners. He hits a new bloke in Mason. And he's tackled, last tackle for Tweed, 5 metres from the Jets line. They come the short side. McGrady with a kick. Locked down by Christian. Christian picks it up.
This is good.
He's away, Christian. I don't think he'll have the legs, but he's got Barber inside.
He's got Barber.
He's happy to take the tackle, Julian Christian, which is probably the best thing in the end. So looking for a quick play the ball. Milking the penalty, he's saying. As a good pass there. And the Ipswich go wide. Joshy Clearland's got the ball now. Still going Clearland. Look for a palm. He's up. Missed tackle. Clearland still with the ball. Mosley now. Ipswich just slowing it down a little bit. Billy McConaughey, he only knows one way, and he gets hammered. That's a great tackle from Cody Parsons, up and under the ribs and dropped him on the ground. Good tackle. Mosley, Benny Shea. Benny Shea takes a hit up. So Ipswich just trying to slow it down and regroup here now. They realise they've got field position. They don't want to waste it. Mosley. Josh Siege. Try-scoring machine, Josh Siege. He gets tackled right in front of the posts. Quick play the ball. Mosley with the ball. Christian. Still going Christian. Using the footwork. He spies a gap. Still going Christian. Back to Purcell.
Whoa.
Oh, Purcell tackled. Just short of the line. Good ball and all tackle from Tweed, from Parsons as well. Mosley chips it through. And Tweed managed to ground the ball. So good set, Ipswich. Good defensive set from Tweed, Jacko.
Well, yeah, great work. And, that was a fantastic run from the other end to give them the distance. And they made quite a few metres, probably about 60.
I think Julian got run down by the front rower then too. So that'll be one that'll come back to haunt him at training. Not enough sprint work.
Not enough sprint work.
Too much power.
But I suppose the good thing about this is they're going to get the ball back. And with
just over 5 minutes remaining.
5.5.
Short drop out. Oh, and knocked it on Tweed. But the surprise element with the short drop out, and looks like Lee Turner over there just couldn't quite get his hands on it. But good work, Tweed. Sorry, that was Taylor Walters. Just couldn't. He got to the ball first and just couldn't quite hang on to it. But a good short kick-off into the wind. Jacko, he got it just enough, but they couldn't capitalise. So Ipswich now at the scrum feed. 15 metres from the Tweed line. Joshy Cleland to feed the scrum.
This will be interesting to say which way they're going. And straight run from Benny.
That's Rogan. That's the
Rogan.
tip. That's the tip I gave you, Jacko, remember? Keep that tip in your back pocket.
Oh, well.
Every scrum. Mosley. Billy McConaughey, he goes straight back in behind the ruck. Good tackle down low there from Brent Wolfe.
And a penalty.
Ipswich.
Yeah.
And Ipswich will look like they'll just play on from here. So Mosley now with the ball. All right, takes a tap. Joshy Siege takes one up into the teeth. Still going Siege. He gets tackled right in the middle of the field, Josh Siege. So tackle one Ipswich. Mosley dummy half. You've got playmakers either side. Cleland drops Pandia in underneath. A well tackled 3 Tweed men in that tackle. They pull him up about 2 metres short of the line. Mosley dummy half again. Mosley looking for runners. Gets across the field. Tweed not too keen to come at him. Back to Siege. Siege backs into the defence again. He brings the ball. He gets tackled about 10 metres out from the line. So Mosley dummy half. Playmakers either side. Goes to Cleland. Cleland to Pandia. Pandia well and truly tackled over there by Lee Turner. Was a great bull and all tackle. He got up nice and quick and nailed him. Cleland dummy half. Mosley with the ball. I think they were thinking kick then. Billy McConaughey puts it on the shoe and chases hard. And it's just a little bit too big. So there's a surprise option from Billy McConaughey. One that mightn't come out again, though.
No, well, unfortunately, they're going to get a 7 tackle count against them. So the first one's taken 30 metres out. So they're trying.
So Spry gets tackled. Tackle 1, 40 metres from his line. Trying to roll through the quick play. The ball's here, Tweed. As Stuart Mason runs it up, and he gets tackled right on the halfway line. Nat Neal over the top. Kieran Mosley in underneath helping out. They go again. Mosley manages to strip the ball out. 6 to go. 6 to go, he calls. Well, where we go. The crowd not happy with that as Wolf plays the ball. Tremaine Spry hits it up. Sorry, that might be one of the replacements. Anyway, Tweed, go again. Wolf out of dummy half. It's Taylor. Taylor with a short ball. It's Levaya. He gets tackled. 22 metres from the Ipswich line. Mason. Well tackled underneath low there by Billy McConaughey. A dummy half. Wolf. Wolf to Taylor. Taylor back inside to the lock forward. Who goes through 3 tackles and scores. Number 13, Jack Cook. That was a great run. A missed tackle there from Billy McConaughey. Another missed one from Kieran Mosley. And Tweed score. Back-to-back tries.
Well, that's something with we didn't want to go into the sheds with a minute and a bit out of half-time. That we didn't want to go in down. We looked so good and so positive. But quick work from Tweed. They came back and made lots of metres, and they seem to be doing that.
Well, they got the lucky break with when Kieran Mosley knocked the ball out of
that's great, and they
out of Brent Wolf's hand, and the
6 to
referee
go.
ruled 6 to go, which is fair enough. And then Ipswich didn't defend it with, Ash Taylor just dropped. Sorry, where was I? Dropped Jack Cook back on the inside, and then he busted. All he did was run straight, and he busted through 2 or 3 tackles for him to score just beside the post with just under a minute to go. So. Be something Ipswich weren't looking for, but Tweed well and truly go into the break. 14, you would expect that Lyndon McGrady will kick this away. He's been kicking with a 16 to 12 break, and probably their tail up where they haven't necessarily been the best team for 40 minutes. Probably been the best team for about 15 minutes of the game.
The first 15.
And probably the first 10 and the last 5, they've been the best team. But that's what you want coming into half-time as well. So see how he goes with the kick now. Lining it up, sucking all the time out of the clock.
He's trying.
So still McGrady just waiting for him to kick the ball. Might be waiting for the wind to die down. He moves in, hits it, straight over the black dot. So Tweed extend their lead, 16. The Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets, 12.
The good thing is their possession rate in this half has been good, the Jets. And they're only going in 4 points down, and just from silly little things like that, the rate that could have gone either way, as you said.
Well, considering the conditions, Jacko, both sides have done particularly well with. There hasn't been a great deal of drop ball today, so
no,
it's been pretty
some
good.
Some silly little mistakes at the start that the referees obviously found, and yep, that's what they're there for.
Yeah, that was lack of discipline. The penalties that Ipswich gave away, offsides and and stripping the ball and, hanging on. There was a leg pull and those sorts of things. You just can't give any sort of excuse for to get penalised. So, Ipswich really weathered the storm. That first 10 minutes, they didn't touch. They kicked off a penalty against, and then got the ball from a scrum and dropped it on the first, and virtually didn't touch the ball for the first 10 minutes. So they did really well to hold Tweed to that one try in that first 10, and then dominated the next probably 20 to 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Where they got down Tweed's end and virtually, I think the first 2 times they got in there, they scored tries. And, Namani Velakapa has really been a handful here on the left-hand side for Tweed, with Tremaine Spry and Riley Jacobs trying to look after him. And, Marmon's had a bit of a field day, just like old times where he's charged through. So, and then, of course, Tweed have had the last, 5 or 6 minutes, they've been the ones on top. So, half-time probably coming a good time for Ipswich and not so much for Tweed, but we'll see what half-time brings. And Ipswich, of course, will be running into the wind the second half, which they didn't use it too much in the first half, so maybe it's not as strong as we can see from the trees on the other side.
Here, I know, yeah. It just looks like it's going to be a bit of a nuisance, but, depending on, if you kick it right, it might not.
Yeah.
You use it to your advantage. Once again, we'd like to thank you for listening in or watching us on the USQ Phoenix Media's YouTube clip, or if you're listening through 1197 AM or the Phoenix Radio, we do thank you for listening in and watching us. But right now we're going to take probably a 5-minute break. We will be back for the second half. We're at the moment on the Jets scoreboard, Jets Leagues Club scoreboard. The Tweed Head Seagulls leading over the Ipswich Jets 16-12. We'll be back shortly.
Today's event couldn't have happened without Ray, rep from Garlo's Pies, and he'll let's have a quick chat to you.
Thanks very much. Garlo's Pies are available in all the Coles supermarkets around Ipswich, and thin on pastry, big on meat. They're available in the dairy section, not available in the freezer, but they are in the dairy section, in the chilled section. And go to Jets. Thanks very much.
hope it was a great day for you. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of today's raffle, the Titans tickets, was pink ticket F72. Pink ticket F72. If that is you, please come to the broadcast booth. See the girls here. Titans tickets with a pink F72, and thanks to everyone for supporting the raffle once again today.
Going to the home game, of course, part of USQ Media Hub, and we do welcome you back to a sunny yet windy, and it's about to get cool when that shade encroaches onto the ground, but it is a great afternoon here at the North Ipswich Reserve for the Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets taking on the Tweed Heads. At the moment, Tweed Heads lead by 4 points. They're at 16, we're at 14. It wasn't the result we really wanted, but we'd like to thank you for joining us on the Phoenix Media Hub. And if you're watching on the YouTube page or listening live on 1197 or listening live also on Phoenix Radio via the TuneIn app, we do welcome this afternoon. And of course, Bisha, you've had a bit of a you're important enough to get a bit of an inside halftime visit into the sheds. What's the goss?
Mate, they're nice and relaxed in there, just realising, what they need to do and go from there. But on a disappointing note, Nemani Velakapa left the field probably about 5 or 6 minutes before half-time when Jaden Connors went on, and he's gone. He's in with the doctor at the moment, suspected broken arm. So that's no good after being out for so long and coming back.
And he did have an impact on the time he was
well
on
and
the
truly,
field.
yeah, well and truly. So that's bad news for them, but hopefully it's a real bad cork and he comes back okay. But
let's hope. Let's hope.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you can follow us on the Jets Rugby League team's Facebook site and all their social media sites, but also you can make sure you like and subscribe to the Phoenix Media's YouTube page. It's simply as We Like Your Page, and they're a good bunch of people too.
Okay, mate. Well, so it's Tweed to kick off, and of course, Salui, who went off with that head knock, has been cleared by the dock, so he's back on the field, so which is good news. As Tweed kick it deep, and Joshy Cleland catches it to Rogan Dean.
Rogan Dean
Takes a hit up. Yes.
Not the horse
Not the horse and not the Indian
lovely
feed.
Indian dish
Yes.
that you're
Both winners.
You're shouting tonight.
Both winners. Nat Neal takes a hit up. He gets tackled. He's about 25 metres from his own line. So Ipswich looking to get on the good foot. Billy McConaughey, he charges into the teeth of the defence. He only knows one way, Billy. He gets tackled. He makes it good 10 metres. So Ipswich going okay. 15 metres from halfway. Benny Shea, his turn. He makes 10 metres as well. Well tackled by Tweed. They managed to get him on the ground this time and slide well and truly down as Mosley from dummy half. Christian drops Siege back underneath. Pokes his head through. Still going Siege.
Made some good metres.
Brent Wolf manages to bring him down. So last tackle Ipswich. Good run, Josh Siege. Joshy Cleland with the ball. Pumps it high. Big chase here from Michael Purcell. And Lennon McGrady makes short work of that ball and gets tackled well out there by Benny White with the help of Billy McConaughey. So Tweed, their first touch after half-time. As Salui, he takes a run. So he's all recovered from that head knock, which is good news for him. As they come wide again. Looks like Levea with a run. They come left again. Here's Levea now, sorry. He gets tackled. He's 12 metres short of the halfway. Brent Wolf, Tweed were lining up to catch it, and the number 5 there, Ryland Jacobs, got in the middle, and I don't think Brent Wolf seen him coming and managed to get a knock on it. That's a good news for Ipswich, so it's a scrum 40 metres out from the Tweed line.
It is great work, and even better that we didn't cause us anything, and they've made the mistake themselves, so it'll give us basically right on halfway the
What's the
meterage.
tip from the scrum, Jacko? What do you think will happen?
Rogan Dean.
Good work, Jacko.
I'm getting better.
Well read, Jacko.
I'm still thinking Rogan Josh.
Rogues gets tackled. Jaden Connors now at a dummy half. Still going Jaden. Still going Jaden. He's come all the way to the right, goes back to the left, looking for runners. Drops Benny White underneath. He goes back into the teeth of the defence. He's looking to calm it down. Takes 3 to bring him down. Brent Wolf underneath. Over the top was Mason. Cleland looking for runners. Hits Nat Neal. He straightens the attack. Good tackle down low by Olivea. Over the top, good work as well by Jerd. Nat gets up and plays at 20 out. Kieran Mosley with a little dart himself. Looking for runners, Kieran. Still looking for runners. Still going. Julian Christian now with a bit of footwork. He gets tackled by Stuart Mason. Muck around in the play the ball. Penalty, Ipswich.
Yep.
So there's one of those ones where you don't give the referee a reason to blow the whistle. Might have been Ash Taylor penalised that time. So Ipswich now. Mosley with the tap. Takes a quick tap. Benny Shea gets the ball. He's going across to the right side looking for a hole. Pumps the legs now towards the try line. He gets tackled. He's about 3 or 4 metres out from the Tweed line. Mosley dummy half. Siege comes through in a dummy run. Christian. Cleland drops Billy McConaughey back towards the post. He's tackled 8 metres from the Tweed line. So Tweed defence holding stiff here. Mosley. Cleland looking for runners. Siege trying to spy a hole. He pushes away from one. Still going Siege. Managed to bring down there by Wolf. So they go again. Mosley out of dummy half. Cleland spins. Cleland goes in and he scores.
Yes.
Brings it around under the post. Great work, Josh Cleland. Good work, Kieran Mosley.
Well, I was about to say, we need to score first in this half to stay in that game and to stay competitive. And Josh Cleland's done some great work in there, just getting his players where he wants them. And then in the end, he's come back around and collected it himself and scored.
That may well be, I think that's probably about the second run Josh has had for the game.
Yeah.
Which it really is what you want, So playmakers, so what they're thinking now at the moment is when Joshy Cleland gets the ball, he's pass. So when he runs, there's not so many defenders coming because they're just looking
They're
pass
expecting
for
the
Josh
pass,
Quillen.
yeah.
So, and all he's done there is drop one off, hit, spin, and through, and brings it around under the post, make it easy for the kicker, Mum and Barber, to hopefully put it all and put it out and put the Jets back into the lead. So he should.
You would think right in front.
Last time I said in front he
well,
won't miss. We know what happened, and then Redcliffe went on and scored 3 in 9 minutes. So anyway, I think Marmon will swallow this one. Right in front of the posts, 10 metres out. Moving in.
Here he goes.
And hits it straight over the black
Straight
dot.
over.
And so Ipswich, Savage, Pest Control, Ipswich Jets 18. Tweed had 16, just over 5 minutes gone in the second half.
That Jets League's club scoreboard looks even better now with us 2 points up, and that's what we need to be at this point in time. But we need to keep that pressure on. Our completion rates are pretty good during this, have been pretty good in this game. We just need to keep that push on and focus.
Actually, both teams have been really good. There hasn't been, I'm trying to struggle to remember a clear ball. We just had a drop ball here then to start the second half for Tweed.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think there'd only been a handful of drop balls either side, Jacko. So it's been a good quality game that way for ball handling, considering the conditions.
And Rogan sported out, 10 metres out.
Oh, knock on.
Knock
Kieran
on.
Mosley out of dummy half. So not what the Jets wanted. So Tweed will get the feed about 12 metres from the Ipswich line. So now Tweed well and truly on the front foot here from the scrum. See what they throw up. Ipswich will have to be stoic in defence here, Jacko. They really got to mark up and just defend this set. Try and get a mistake out of Tweed, and more importantly,
the big thing they've got to do is try and get that mistake to get that ball back.
More importantly, not give them a repeat set through a penalty, or and watch for the kick on the last for Tweed to try and get it for themselves. So Luke Jerd to feed the scrum. Taylor out there now to Ryland Jacobs. He gets tackled about 18 metres from the Jets line. So Tweed, what can they throw up? There's the try scorer. He dishes it off. Jets, 3-man tackle in front of the posts. Wolf dummy half. Misses out Parsons. Still going, the 6, Luke Jerd. He gets, there's a penalty. That was what we were just talking about here. So what are we looking for here? Is this a high tackle? Richie Pandia looks like has been called out, and it's on report.
I thought it was just a good tackle.
Well, it probably was a good tackle. Whoever he tackled got up, so there couldn't have been too much in it. But there we go. Tweed with another set. Lolavea. He hits it up off the tap. He's still going Lolavea, still pumping the legs. Mosley gets down underneath. Benny Shea and Nat Neal up over the top. So he plays the ball about 2 metres short of the line. Wolf has a dart out of dummy half. Mosley's around the ball. They get him. He's still in the field of play, so just short.
So defence is holding at the moment, and that's what we need to do.
Jack Cook at dummy half. What will he do? He throws it wide. He hits Taylor. Taylor with a short ball. Hits Lolavea. Was Sulu, and it's a forward pass. It's a forward pass from Taylor to Sului.
I think that was Julian Christian. He darted out. He read that play nicely.
Yeah, Ipswich had to be strong off the line there and get up and put some pressure on Tweed and try and get in their face and make them rush. And unfortunately, then I think the ball runner just got in front and Ash Taylor's passed it and they've judged it a forward pass. So a good let off there for Ipswich. As Husky Tautai, the 100-gamer, is down there on the side of the field getting ready to come on. All right, Tweed, Ipswich to feed the scrum. So once again, Rogan gets the hit up off the scrum. Still going Rogan. Just manages to poke his head through, but makes a good 10-metre run as we go again. Clearland, Richie Pandia. He's well tackled there by Lola Villa. Meets him front on. Still wrestling with him. They get him on the ground. He's tackled 30 metres from the Ipswich line. Connor's dummy half. Connor's across the field looking for runners. Hits Billy McConaughey. He goes straight into the teeth, but met well there by Stuart Mason. Manages to put him on the ground with the help of Brent Wolfe. Connors again. Connors out of dummy half. Still going Connors. Still going Connors. He's got
great
through the
run.
line. He's got support lying up anywhere. Still going Connors. He held on to it. He threw the dummy. Connors still going. Looking for runners. Well tackled there. Brent Wolf manages to get him. He's hanging on. He's hanging on. He's hanging on. He's
come
still
on.
hanging on. Referees are playing the advantage maybe. Christian with the ball. Clearland still going. Gets the ball back to Christian. Ipswich just looking for a hole. Still Christian. Nat Neal straightens the attack. Heads at the post. Still going Nat Neal. Bust one tackle. Doesn't quite get there. Well tackled underneath there by Cook. Mosley with the kick. Chase from Ipswich. Not quite there. Mosley manages to get him. They hold him in the in goal. So that'll be drop out. Tweed. A good little set there from Ipswich, Jacko.
Oh, there's some great work in there and some fantastic work from Nate, just taking it straight up. But then Kieran Mosley around the back just puts that little kick in, and they've held him in goal. So we will get the ball back. So even better for us.
Started well by Jaden Connors, who went across the field and poked his nose through, but just couldn't quite get his supports into the right place. Michael Purcell fields that 58, 59 metres from the Tweed line, so a good kick using the wind as Husky Tautai goes on the field for his 100th game, replacing Billy McConaughey. I see Nem down there on the sideline as well, Jacko, but he's got that right arm heavily in ice, but he still has his boots on, so maybe he's hopefully getting on the field as Marmon goes across the field, hits Josh Siege. He goes back into the teeth of the defence and gets tackled in the middle of the field, about 40 out from the Tweed line. Trying to buy a penalty. Mosley, Tautai, Husky with his first touch. The 100 gamer with a terrible haircut, Jacko. Get one of those ones.
It's
Looks like a
model
mop.
off yours, isn't he?
Oh, terrible. Benny Shea runs it up into trying to get the arms free. Just can't quite. Tweed managed to hold on. Lola Vaya in there as well. So Ben Shea plays the ball. 10 metres from the Tweed line. Mosley out to Christian. Christian steps, goes back towards the play of the ball. Still Christian. Benny White back across the field to the right. Hits and spins. Well tackled there by Mason with the help underneath there by Ash Taylor. Managed to bring him to the ground. Tackle for Ipswich. Clearland with the ball. Clearland looking for runs. Hits Siege. Siege into the hole. Still going Siege. Trying to get the ball down. He gets tackled. Last tackle Ipswich. Metre from the Tweed line. Mosley dummy half. Clearland, can he get a double? Can he get the ball out? So tackled there Ipswich. So that's not a bad result, Jacko.
No,
Try
that's a
would have
good
been
result.
better, but 3 metres from the Tweed line. Ipswich really need to get up here quick and try and hold Tweed down and look for a mistake as they play the ball. As Taylor Walters gets across the field, he doesn't make any metres and gets tackled in front of the goalpost. They go again. Turner. Lee Turner still going. He gets tackled. He's about 18 metres, so good run. Tackled well there by Jaden Connors. They go again. Tremaine Spry. He's charging out. He gets tackled about 30 metres from the Tweed line. So good out here from Tweed. Salui. Good run. Tweed happy to go one out. They're 40 from their own line. They're doing well. As a lock forward, Cook takes a hit up, gets tackled right on halfway. So good out here from Tweed. Looking for the kick, goes to Taylor. Taylor with just a little dinky one over the top, looking for the sideline. Purcell gets across. Purcell begging it to go out. Gets tackled. Doesn't get dragged into touch with the help of Rogan. Rogan picks it up, has a go, goes across the field. Oh, gets whacked, just slips into a tackle of Parsons, but manages to get up and play the ball. Pandia. So Ipswich coming out of their own end. Pandia gets tackled. He's 15 metres from the Jets line. Mosley, long ball. Christian looking for a hole. Still darting around Christian, using the footwork. His man handled by Mason. So Jets, happy just to hang on to the ball and hold it for time. Tautai again. He's tackled well. 30 metres from the line. Fifth tackle. Look for the kicking option. Clearland pumps it back to the left. Trying to kick it up into the sun. It's trapped on the foot there over there by the winger in Taylor Walters. He's tackled right on halfway. So Tweed with a good place to start here as they make another change. Tweed, it looks like Hazard coming from the field. And the big number 10 in Lamar Lolavia goes back on. Tweed just wolf. It's a ball across. Salui. He gets tackled 40 metres out. So Tweed looking to build something. Lolavia holds on to it. Still going Lolavia. Well tackled underneath there by Mosley. Over the top goes Nat Neal. Quick play the ball. Up into the 15 is Parsons. He's tackled about 8 metres out. Last tackle, Tweed. Wolf out of dummy half, hits a short runner, and they go across the line. That might be Salui, the big number 12. He gets a ball and runs straight over the top of a couple of the Ipswich Jets and scores a try, probably against play, Jacko.
Yeah, look, it was against the play, and great work from Parsons, who made a couple of metres close to the line, and they slipped the ball to the right and pulls, how do you say it, Sueli?
Salui, I think it is.
Sueli.
That was a good straight. It was a good quick play, the ball. Whoever took that run up, and he got a quick play the ball, and then Brent Wolf jumped out of dummy half and managed just to slip the quick ball, and he's just run straight into a hole and straight over the top of a couple of Ipswich defenders. Has managed to score about 10 metres to the right-hand side of the post. So that jumps Tweed out back into the lead now with about 25 minutes to go.
By 2 points, and then 4 could be a possible 4 with a kick to come. So, yeah, it's not what we wanted, and it just means the guys have got to dig a bit deeper, and, we just need them to force a mistake, and especially when they're in our red zone, and they just can't afford to do that, and just let them.
Yeah, it was, that's probably been the tail of the tape all year, Jacko, as we get out. The Jets managed to get themselves into a good position, and then when it really counts, when you need to make that tackle, they're just not quite, whether it's mental or what it is, they just don't quite get themselves in the position to do it. And that was a good hard run there. Well, we think it was Salui anyway. We've got to confirm that. But as Lyndon McGrady now lines up to take the kick, he moves in. Touch judges don't move, and he puts it over. So Tweed extend their lead out now to 22. Ipswich Savage Pest Control, Ipswich Jets 18. With just over 23 minutes to go in the contest.
Look, the completion rate for both sides has been very good, and as we were talking before, the Jets can do it. There's no silly little mistakes, and first 5-10 minutes were a bit iffy in favour of the Tweed, where we did a few things we shouldn't, but the boys have bounced back. So it'll be interesting to see how we go with this last 20 minutes.
The short kick-off there from Purcell. It gets a bounce, goes over the top over there of Tremaine Spry and goes out. So this will be a feed, Ipswich Jets. That was one that Percy got right.
Yeah, well, for a minute there I thought it come off, it looked like he'd come off his boot off Jets. Was it Julian? Tremaine,
chase through over on that side there would have been Marmon. Yeah, chase through hard over on that side. And I think the bounce of the ball just managed. Spry had it covered, and he just got that wicked bounce at the end. He's lucky didn't hit him in the face.
To the Falcon.
Well, truly. The Jets feed the scrum now. Once again, Rogan Dean makes the hit up. He's tackled about 38 metres from the Tweed line in the middle of the field by Brent Wolf. Mosley looking for runners. Tautai puts his nose through, managed to bring him down there by Wolf. As Ipswich on the attack here, get on the front foot. And tackle well there is, as they go again, Mosley. Mosley looking for runners. Picks up Nat Neal. Nat Neal straightens the attack. Well tackled there by the 11, Lola Vea.
Running
so
5
Mosley
out.
Dummy half. Mosley hits Tautai looking for a try on his 100th. It gets the offload. Richie Pandia comes back to the short side, trying to use the big palm on Lee Turner, but Turner manages to hold on. So Mosley, wide, Clearland in the middle of the field with a kick through. And McGrady manages to get it. Jets everywhere. Still McGrady, still going. But they manage to, Clearland manages to stop any chance McGrady had of getting back out.
So good work there to keep him grounded in goal. So we will get the ball back, and that's what we want. That Jets League Cup scoreboard, 22 to Seagulls, 18 to Jets. We really need to capitalise here. And
the short drop out, but well covered there by Jaden Connors. So Connors comes back across the field. Still looking, still trying to get someone to bite out of the defensive line. He hits Josh Siege. He's poked his nose through a few times today, Siege, and At that time, no, he was well and truly covered by the Tweed defence.
Well,
Took
once
3
again,
and 4 to bring him down.
He's been back a couple of weeks from injury, hasn't he?
Yeah,
So-
he's got a degenerative knee problem, CG, so it could well be his last year, but really good footballer, Josh Seeds, and they get worried every time he touches the ball. Christian, Tautai, Husky, hit and spin. He gets tackled. He's about 8 metres from the Tweed line. Mosley, Clearland. Clearland goes back on the inside. Another run from Joshua Clearland. They get him just short of the line. So looking for a quick play the ball.
That
Great
is
tackle
close.
there, though, Lola Villa, though. And
Yeah.
a penalty. Penalty.
Where's the sin
John
bin coming on this?
Pallavi.
When it's this close, they've used the sin bin for less.
Yeah, they have. As Mosley takes a quick tap, he hits Nat Neal. Nat Neal charges back in towards the goalposts. Takes 3 to bring him out. It's a strip. It's a strip. Well stripped by, that might have been the hooker there in Christian Hazard. Anyways, Nat Neal goes for the strip and gets penalised. There's a frustrating penalty. He got the ball stripped off him and he tried to do it back. That's a penalty out of frustration there.
And this is where they need to just take stock. Okay, we're here. We've got to get that ball back. How are we going to get it back? Let's cause a mistake. Let's not be the mistake to give them the meterage.
It was ill discipline there from the captain. Something he would take back in a heartbeat if he could. So Tweed start up about 15 metres short of halfway. It looks like Sewley gets tackled. They go again. Hazard hits Pallavi. He's tackled right on halfway. So Tweed seem to be making easy metres here. As back in, Christian Hazard gets the ball. Taylor out to Luke Jerd. Still going Jerd. He's made his way into Jets half. 35 from the line. Go again. Good quick hands from Tweed. So they're making their way down the field. They're about 30 metres out from the line now. It's Taylor with the ball. Taylor looking for runners. Goes back inside to Pallavi. He's tackled. Last tackle Tweed. 22 metres from the Ipswich line. Taylor with the ball. Puts a kick back in towards the goalpost. And it's too big. So 7 tackles set here for Ipswich.
This is what we
Purcell's
need.
got the ball. Charging back. Looking for a quick tap. And play on. It's Purcell. They managed to get him. That's a good tackle low. Underneath was Pallavi and over the top was Lola Vaya. As Ben White takes a run. He's well tackled down there low by Christian Hazard. So Ipswich, what can they throw up? Tautai, he goes straight into the teeth of the defence. Well tackled underneath there by Stuart Mason. Go again. Jaden Connors, Julian Christian. So the little Jets, little men just looking for holes in the defence. This stage, Tweed are holding steady. So once again, Connors, Nat Neal, looking to make up for that mistake from before. But he's tackled well underneath there by Christian Hazard with the help of his front row partners. They're still going Jets. Connors, Ben Shea with a hit up. Then across the field, Ben Shea looking for a hole. Can't quite. Still going Benny Shea. Well tackled over there by the 7 Ash Taylor. Last tackle Ipswich. Christian with the ball. Charges through. Well taken. That was great work there by the number 9, Christian Hazard. He'll get a game in the Ashes if he keeps that sort of behaviour up. As Lee Turner now has the ball and he charges out into the Ipswich defence. So Tweed trying to work it off their line with Walters. And he drops the ball. Touched Ipswich. So knock on Ipswich.
You just can't
So
take
I think
a trick.
that was what happened before. Wasn't the same thing? Kieran Mosley knocked the ball out before and he said knock on Ipswich. What did he do when... Jugsy knocked the ball out and he said, 6 to go. And that's exactly the same as what happened before. And now he said, scrum, Ipswich knock on.
Yeah, that's how they see it, where they're standing.
Well, you just got to be consistent with it, haven't you? If you rule it once, you've got to rule it that way all the time, whether the first time's wrong or not. So Tweed, get the scrum, 25 metres from their own line. As Lola Vaya, he takes a hit up. Well tackled there. A front row attacking a second rower off the scrum is unusual, Jacko. But that's the way of the moment at the moment for the way the scrums work as Kalani Going is tackled. He's on the field. I think the Tweed guys might have actually swipped jerseys, not told us, but anyway, we'll keep going. Olivia gets tackled. They come back across the ruck, jet style. Tremaine Spry just manages to stick his head through, but well tackled there underneath by Blake Lenahan, who's back on the field. As Tweed come the short side, Lolavea to the 3 and Turner. Turner well tackled there. Rogan Dean's got hold of him. Last tackle, Tweed. Goes across the field. The 6 and Jerd. Jerd with a little chip kick, chasing hard. Jerd. Purcell's now got the ball. Michael Purcell tackled 2 metres from the Jets line. So Jets now have to work it off their line. Tweed will be coming up nice and quick. They go to the left. Connors with the ball. Tweed looking for a one-on-one strip. They don't quite get there. He's tackled over there by Jerd. Penalty Ipswich. Crusher tackle. It's a crusher tackle, actually. That's number 5 over there, Rylan Jacobs. I think that was a pure accident. But the tackle does go on report, which is their want now.
Look, I suppose, just recently in the last 20 minutes, Tweed Heads are making a lot of ground, and they're making more metres than what we can make it. So, that's our defence. They're getting tired.
It's a pretty simple rule of thumb, Jacko. If you run straight, you're going to make metres, and Ipswich have to go sideways. Where we see now, we've taken 2 straight hit-ups. Benny White, Benny Shea gets tackled now. Ipswich have made 20 metres. It's just when Ipswich start going side to side, we don't seem to go as forward as much as Husky Tautai now charges into the teeth.
I knew that. I just wanted you to explain it.
And he's well tackled there by Pallavi. So Mosley goes back to the left. Blake Lanahan again, straight again. Well tackled there by Mason, though. Brings him to the ground with the help of a couple of his mates come in and help him out. Mosley looking for runners. Clearland back inside Nat Neal. He charges in, but well tackled underneath there by Jerd. Last tackle, Ipswich. Mosley, Clearland. Clearland puts it on the toe for Dean. Dean chasing hard, but knocked out there by the Tweed number 2 and Taylor Walters. So that'll be a dropout Tweed. Ipswich.
And we get the ball back.
Should get the ball back.
We should.
But this will be... we're interested to see now whether or not Tweed actually used the wind this time, because I think the last dropout they had, they went short.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see what their thinking is here, whether or not they'd actually use the wind or they try and kick to a side. So Ash Taylor's got the ball. And he pumps it long, gets it about 45 on the fly, and it sits up. Purcell and Husky Tautai now charges in, just nice and straight. Really good tackle there, Stuart Mason underneath. That was a great tackle. They go again. Mosley, Blake Lenahan. He's met by the defence in Christian Hazard, who gets him to the ground with the help of Lolavea. Mosley has a scoot himself. Goes across the field looking for runners. Picks up Ben White. Ben White's still going. Having trouble bringing to the ground. Eventually, Hazard gets him to the ground. It's good quick play the ball. Mosley takes off himself. Hazard tackles him. Didn't think he was square at marker, but play on. Christian darting around. Goes left. Benny White. Benny White with the ball. Benny White through. Does he get there? He's short. He's held up. He's held up. Great work by the Tweed defence.
And you can hear the crowd.
Oh, the crowd were willing him to score.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great work over there by Salui. Managed to get under the ball as Benny White dived. Salui dived as well and managed just to hold him up. So Ipswich, last tackle 5. Ball with Christian, Clearland looking for runners. Pandia, last tackle. He gets swallowed and it's a forward pass. So a nothing end to the set there, a promising set, Jacko.
Yeah, look, they got down there. They just couldn't capitalise on it. The defence from Tweed is very good.
Probably needed Benny White to score or be short, just so as we kept that momentum rolling. As Taylor Walters now takes it up off the dummy half and gets tackled 10 metres out. Turner looking to brush away as Blake Lanahan manages to nail him. Tweed get themselves out to 20 metres from their own line. They still manage to go to the left and tackled again well by the Jets. Their defence has been a little bit stronger for this set. As Tweed, what do they call it? There's a penalty. A little bit of a scuffle, a penalty Tweed. I think Ipswich not getting out of the ruck. In the same breath, you're not allowed to play it on him. But it's one of those things you've got to make sure don't give the referees a reason to blow a penalty. And
exactly.
So Tweed, just over 11 minutes to go. Tweed 22. Savage Pest Control, Ipswich Jets 18. As I said, 11 minutes to go. Tweed have a big on the penalty and they're going to take the tap 5 metres inside their side of halfway. Here we go again. Big front rower, that might be Pallavi with the tackle. As Lenihan tries to steal the ball off him. Hazard comes to the 6-in Jerd. Jerd pushes through a few and Richie Pandia manages to bring him down. Hazard dummy half. Hazard with the pass. The 10 is Pallavi. Pallavi still going. Mitch Carpenter back on the field as well. So we'll ring those changes when we get them. As Lola Villa takes a hit up. So Tweed making easy ground. Charging into Ipswich defence. Taylor with a short ball. Hits Spry. He's tackled just short of the line. So last tackle Tweed right on the Ipswich line. What do they throw up here? Is Ipswich charge out? And he's ruled offside. Ipswich off the line too fast. Standard penalty when Ipswich defend the try line. So now they have to really make sure they work hard here. It'll be interesting to see what Tweed do, whether they take the 2 and try and make it a 6-point ball game. So they're still mucking around and thinking about it. Ash Taylor has the ball in his hands. Looking to the bench. Still working out. They're going to take the tap. So Tweed going to keep rolling on. Looking for something to ice the game. It's Taylor. Drops Jared Morford in underneath. Hazard dummy half. Pallavi with the ball. He gets tackled right in front of the goalpost. Husky Tautai over the top. Kieran Mosley underneath. Hazard. Taylor with the long ball. Tremaine Spry. He's well tackled over there. Underneath was Julian Christian over the top. Jaden Connors. Taylor again looking for runners. Drops the big number 10 in Pallavi underneath. He's tackled right in front of the goalpost. So Tweed just trying to go side to side with Ipswich. Taylor with a kick over towards Rogan Dean's wing. Rogan climbs. Knock on Tweed, I'd say. And it is in the in-goal. So 7 tackle set for Ipswich. Jacko, they got out of that one.
Well, we will get the opportunity here with, what have we got, 8, no, just 9 minutes left. So we've got to start doing something and get down the other end and get that ball over and get some points on the board.
Husky Tautai gets a rest as well, so he's had a good effort in his 100th game as Mitchie Carpenter's tackled. And quick play the ball. Jaden Connors takes off out of dummy half, looking for runners. Not too willing there. Ipswich is Nat Neal now charges back into the teeth of the defence. So Ipswich have got to start to get keen and get some runners and get something happening as Connors. Blake Lenihan, well tackled there by Morfitt with the help of Lola Villa. Connors, that was a flat pass. The referees are happy to let it go as Benny Shea's tackled. So Ipswich trying to charge up the field. Mosley with a good palm on Hazard. Still going Mosley. Marmon Barber coming in looking for work. Marmon gets through a hole. Marmon Barber still going. Great tackle there by the winger in Ryland Jacobs. Quick play the ball. Jaden Connors. Connors hits Dean. And he's gone out. Good tackle over there by the big second rower in Lola Vaya. He's done extremely well to get there to tackle Rogan Dean into touch.
Well, that was great work from Marmon to really open him up and get some meterage there. And unfortunately, and we were pretty close down that end, but that big... who'd you say it was? Walters?
No, it was Lola Villa tackled Rogan Dean into touch. It was a great tackle from the big second row. Got himself across there. It was a good pass. Jaden Connors went to the line and slipped it out and hit Rogan. And Rogan managed to get around and he managed to ground the ball, but unfortunately he was out.
He was out.
Well and truly before he got the ball down. But
it brought the crowd to their feet. And
good work all around. Good work all around both sides. So Tweed with the scrum feed now, 10 metres from their own line. As we get Lee Turner hits it up off the scrum. He's tackled well there by Benny White. So Tweed just looking to work it off their line. Ipswich will be trying to hold them down here and giving away no penalties as well. Tweed have made easy meters coming off. So here's Pallavi. Still pumping the legs, Pallavi. So Ipswich have got to start to try and limit Tweed's metres. They go again. One of the Lee Turner coming in and giving a hand, giving the big forwards a break as Tweed just shy of the halfway. Go again, Jared Morfitt. Still going Morfitt, running like a three-quarter. Benny Shea gets him onto the ground with the help of Benny White. Has tackle 5, about 40 metres from the Jets line. Ash Taylor with the ball. He gets a pass on it. Hits Jerd. Jerd puts one down to Purcell, who picks it up. Purcell's got a line of defence in front of him. And Tweed managed to put him on the ground, nearly drag him back into the in-goal. So great work, Tweed. They're nice and keen now. As Rogan Dean takes the hit up, tries to get on the outside. Rogan Dean, has he got the pace? He has so far. He's only got one in front of him, Rogan Dean. He's got no support, and the fullback's missed him. McGrady's missed him, but Dean tackled 40 metres from the Tweed line. Looking for a quick play the ball. Pandia, Ben Shea, Josh Clearland, Kieran Mosley. Mosley looking for runners, gets his arm straight. Oh, nearly tackled without the ball. Play on, says the referee. Away they go again. Connors with the ball. Still Connors. Pandia. Still going Pandia. Tackled and has played the advantage for the offside, and Ipswich get the penalty. Just over 5 minutes to go. Big Lola Vea penalised for being inside the 5. So Mitch Carpenter takes a quick tap and takes off. Ipswich will be looking for the drawing try here to kick to win it, as Carpenter tackled about a metre from short of the line. Mosley at dummy half. Mosley hits Lenihan, coming back towards it, play the ball. Still going Lenihan, hits and spins and turns, still Lenihan, still up. Gets the ball away, Pandia hits and spins, but the Tweed defence is well and truly up to it. Mosley dummy half, tackle 2 for Ipswich. What have they got? Mosley spins it wide, Purcell, Clearland comes back towards, Purcell wraps around, still Purcell. Ipswich just taking stock here, seeing what they can find. Purcell looking for a hole, looking for someone to jump out. There's a high tackle around the throat. Play on, says the referee. So Mosley dummy half. Purcell playing the ball 10 metres out. Mosley throws a dummy. Has a jig himself. Still Mosley. Ben Shea hit and spin. But good tackle there by Cody Parsons. Cody Parsons. Great tackle. So play the ball. Kieran Mosley out of dummy half. Mosley has a dig himself. Not quite there. Another good tackle, Tweed. So Mosley playing the ball right next to the right upright. Last tackle, Ipswich. Clearland. Not the best pass out of dummy half. Purcell puts a chip through for himself. Chases hard. McGrady cleans it up. McGrady gets out and gets out of the field of play. Penalty. High tackle. Penalty. High tackle on McGrady.
Well, I think Percy was going in shoulder high, but he stuck down and it looks worse than what it was. But, look, great work. Especially
time off calls the referee.
It's started back down here with Rogan Dean, which is such a great run. And he probably made close to 45 metres.
He went back 50. On the inside when he beat McGrady. McGrady just managed to get a hand on him and slow him down, but unfortunately there was no Ipswich support coming up on the inside.
No support. He had no one to throw it to. So that's something they've got to work on.
Yeah, so Tweed now. Ash Taylor with the ball to take the kick for the penalty. So just under 4 minutes to go. Tweed 22, Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets 18. So it's not quite do or die yet, but Tweed hanging on. They're going well as Lola Vea takes a hit up. He's had a monster game for Tweed. I think he's played unreplaced as well, Jacko. So he's done real well. He tackled Rogan into touch here before, but he's had a monster of a game. As they go again, that's Morfitt. He takes a hit up. He's tackled 30 from his own line. They go to the short side. Here's Jerd. Jerd with a run. He's tackled just shy of halfway. So Tweed making easy yards as the 13 gets the ball, and that's Jack Cook. Makes it just in the Ipswich half as Mitch Carpenter tries to go for a strip but couldn't quite get it. So Hazard, short ball. Benny Shea comes on, puts a good shot on Pallavi. Tackle 5, Tweed. Ball goes to Taylor, or McGrady, with a little dinky kick in the back that goes out. So that'll be scrum feed Ipswich, 10 metres from their own line. Just 2.5 minutes to go. So they're starting to get to, not panic stations, Jacko, but it's starting to get to the time where Ipswich need to make something happen as the referees call time.
Look, once again, Tweed they just seem to ruck it up and just push forward, and every run they're making the meters. And I'm not saying, like, we saw that great run before from Rogan, and it just shows they did it. But yeah, just to me the defence of Tweed Heads is a little bit better.
Yeah, they have defended well, so this will need to be their best defensive set as well, as Richie Pannier gets the ball off the scrum. 3-4 Tweed blokes in there to knock him over. So Pannier to play it in the middle of the field eventually. Bit of mucking around as Mosley takes off out of dummy half. He's collared by Pallavi. And gets up quick, play the ball. Connors. Nat Neal pushing off. Plays the ball 30 out from the Ipswich line for a quick play the ball. Connors again out of dummy half. Looking for runners. Looking for options as Richie Pannier knocks the ball on and Tweed get it back. So not what Ipswich wanted with just under 2 minutes to go on the clock.
Definitely
Tweed will try
that.
and get this set out, look for a repeat or look for a dead end. As the big number 10 in Pallavi takes a hit up. He's tackled 30 from the line. They come the short side. Hazard still going Hazard. He's tackled about 12 metres from the Ipswich line. Complaining about a crusher tackle. Taking some time. The referee calls time out. There could have been a bit of a knock to the head, or he's complaining about a crusher, but the referee's saying play on. So he's all right, Christian Hazard. Wait for the time to come back on with 1:24 left on the clock. The dummy half is Jerd. Gets the ball out there to Pallavi. Again, another hit up. It's his second hit up in this set. Ben Shea looks for a one-on-one strip. Pallavi hangs on. So tackle 3, Tweed. Just over a minute left to go. They come the short side. There's Jerd with the ball. Looking for something to happen. Jerd's tackled. Well done, Josh Cleland. Mitchy Carpenter over the top. So still Tweed with the ball. Hazard dummy half. It's Taylor. Taylor drops Cook under. Cook's met front on by Blake Lenahan. So last tackle, Tweed. What have they got? They'll be looking for a repeat set. Taylor has a little go himself, a little dig himself. Still Taylor. But he's tackled.
Held up.
So it's a changeover.
That's
Ipswich,
good.
40 seconds. Got to go the length, Ipswich. 40 seconds to go. Under 40. They're still mucking around. Carpenter plays it. Nat Neal takes a scoot. Kieran Mosley. So Ipswich playing the long ball here. As Jaden Connors got the ball. Here comes Marlon Barber. Can't quite get through as he's well tackled there by Pallavi. Marmon to play the ball. 20 seconds to go. Benny Shea takes a hit up. Oh, whack. And whack. He gets whacked there. That was a great tackle again. So penalty Ipswich. Probably what they didn't want. 5 seconds to go. Don't panic. There's people in front. Slow down, Ipswich. That's time. That will be time. So now, Marmon kicks the ball for touch and kicks it out. Ipswich, last throw of the dice. 40 metres from the Tweed line. Wow. See how we go. Everybody on the edge of their seats. Mosley with the tap. So look for Ipswich to keep it alive here. Christian. Clearland. Carpenter. Still Carpenter. Purcell. Still Purcell. Purcell goes across. Goes back to the long side of the field. Christian. Christian with the ball. Ben White. Ben Shea. Blake Lenahan. Nobody wants to make a decision. Still Blake Lenahan looking for a hole. Mitch Carpenter. Mitch Carpenter loses the ball into touch. And that's game, set, and match.
Well, that
Tweed Edge
wasn't
22. Savage Pest Control, Ipswich Jets 18.
Well, that was a tough match, and I suppose all kudos to Tweed Heads for the start of it, and they started well, Tweed Heads, and just caused a few headaches for the Jets, and but at the end of the day, Tweed Heads got their 2 points over us, and they'll take the biscuits today.
Yeah, well, we talked about it at half time. They were the better team for a lot of that game. It was probably a 50-50 split between who was the better team at time, and Tweed would, managed to take their opportunities. They scored the match-winning try from a simple 5-metre run from the Jets line. It runs over a couple of defenders, and the other one just before half time where he runs through, I think it was Billy McConaughey and Kieran Mosley. So they didn't really have to work too hard for their tries, whereas Ipswich well and truly had their chances, and we just couldn't quite make it happen today,
No.
which is disappointing. Rogan got tackled into touch. Benny White got held up over the line, so there's 2 tries, and probably the Benny White one was the one that really killed the momentum. If, his last tackle, if we had either scored the try or just been short, we had a quick play the ball, they could have rolled at him by having him have to go back to 10 metres. Tweed had a chance to reset, but I dare say there's another one. We've run out of one hand. It's probably counting on 2 hands now how many games the boys have let slip that they well and truly should have won. So I'll be bitterly disappointed the Jets, but it's not quite the end of the road then. We're looking for results, but that probably makes Tweed probably jump out a bit safer into the 8. But Ipswich, you just have to regroup now and focus on next week and try and jump through.
Of course, our next game is up against, it's on Saturday night at 6 o'clock against the South Logan Magpies, who are a little bit further down. Obviously all these sides aren't going to just lay down towards the end of the season. They're still going to want to, show what they can do. And I'm sure South Logan are going to come here, looking for a win.
Well, especially South Logan, mate. They've got, they're a Broncos feeder, so there's a lot of guys in that South Logan side who are probably playing for future as well, playing for contracts. So they might have been a bit of a lull during the year, but this time of year they're really sort of going to start jumping out of the ground and playing well. So it's no gimme next week, but that's the beauty of rugby league. You always get the chance to turn it around next week. Fortunately, it might end up being a little bit too late for your season, but we just got to turn up next week and hopefully do the job.
Well, that is another edition of the home game here on USQ's Phoenix Media's YouTube page. Also, if you're listening live at 11:97 a.m. and also Phoenix Radio via the TuneIn app, thank you for listening in. Of course, watching us live here from the North Ipswich Reserve as the boys will go in with their heads down a bit, but there were some shining moments, so I'm sure they'll look upon that. So once again, we'd like to thank you for watching, for listening, and of course, don't forget USQ, the University of Southern Queensland, with their Phoenix Media Hub, still have a range of weekly events, and of course their Phoenix Radio operates all week, so make sure you do follow those guys and like them on their YouTube page. So from myself, Jacko, and Mark Bishop, who's going home to cook some Rogan Josh tonight, and we're all going around. Then I've had the scuttlebutt, but all the USQ guys are going to head round there too for some Rogan Josh.
They got a bus full of beer, so we should be right.
So we do thank you. We'll see you next week, and all the best. Have a great night.